Hey everyone, I just wanted to quickly come on and share some things that you may or may not know about. So let me share my screen with you and show you. There is this awesome document that someone has created. There are so many amazing activities going on right now that professional people who would normally charge you for something, they're sharing their resources for free. Either it's a Facebook Live or you go to their website at a certain time, but there's so many awesome people sharing that it got a little confusing for me anyway. About, oh, I want to do that, but okay, it's 8:50 in the morning. What's gonna happen at 9 o'clock? I can't remember. And so this website is broken down by the days and by the times. And not only that, whoever created it has also broken it down into like color coded. So like if you want to look up something about art, you're going to be looking for that color. If you want a read aloud, you're looking for this color. So anyway, right now I'm recording, it's almost 9 o'clock. So I know it's Wednesday and right now there's nothing here. So I would feel free to put in something academic here, sit down, just have breakfast, whatever. You know that this is an open spot. But like for instance, yesterday, I didn't even do it with my kids. I asked them if they wanted to and they didn't want to. I think it was at 2 o'clock. No, here it is, 12 o'clock. Artist at Heart paint party. That was amazing. I had so much fun. So I don't want to miss that today. I think that's really cool. So at 12 o'clock, I would know, oh, I want to schedule that and nothing else. Another thing to point out that even though, let's say I wanted to do something else that's offered here at 12 o'clock, a lot of Facebook Lives are recorded. And so even if you miss it at 12 o'clock, you can still go to that link and be able to watch a playback. It just won't be live. Another thing that I had fun with, that I've experimented with, is that Mo Williams, the lunchtime doodles. That was really cool. But as you can see, there are tons of activities that she has shared. This Josh Gad, the voice of Olaf, that's really cool. So many. I'm not even going to comment on all of them. I do want to point out that there are other tabs. So there are tons of educational websites out there that it doesn't matter what time you go to them. You can fit them into whatever schedule makes sense for you. And so if you clicked on that tab, there's a ton. Okay, and I know some of this is a little overwhelming. I used to homeschool my kids, and I also am a third grade teacher, and so I think one of my biggest downfalls is I want to do it all, and because there's so many things that I save or that I've found and I bookmark, like there's a million choices, and I get overwhelmed, and I end up not doing what I want. So one piece of advice from a former homeschooler and also third grade teacher, begin with the end in mind. Write down what you want to accomplish today or for the week or whatever. Those are the big things, and put those on your schedule. You know that you want to, have quality time for your kids, well, put it in your schedule. Or you want to go for a walk, put it in your schedule. You want to do that art class, put it in your schedule. And once all those big things are scheduled, then you can start, playing around with all the other stuff. And if it doesn't work out, all that little stuff, no big deal, because you got your big stuff done that you wanted to accomplish. So whatever that end in mind is, what is your big picture that you really want to accomplish today, make sure that you schedule that in, and all the other stuff, no big deal. Another thing on scheduling, there's a lot of schedules floating out there that are amazing. 7 o'clock do this, 8 o'clock do this, 9 o'clock do this. You do you. Your family is completely different than everybody else's family. Your kids are completely different from each other. So even one schedule might work for one kid and one schedule might not work for your other children. So anyway, just give yourself the freedom to find what works for you. The schedule that works for me is not going to be the same for anybody else. So figure out what you want to accomplish for the day and begin with that first, putting all of those things into somewhat of a schedule, and give yourself grace. Don't worry about other people's schedules out there. Just what works for you. Maybe you don't even want a schedule. Maybe you just want a block of, okay, today I want to do this, this, and this. I don't even want to assign times. It's totally cool that you do you. Another tab here are some resources for adults, and also teachers. This is a new tab that she has just added. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys, that this is ongoing. There's an email here, like if you see something that's offered online and she doesn't have it, you can email her and she'll add it for you. Another thing, if you are a Julia P. person, I wanted to share with you the third grade teachers have this website, and here's the address here. It's also, in my mind, quicker if you go to bit.ly/thirdgradebears. It's bit.ly/thirdgradebears, or you can just type this in. But if you scroll down, there are tons of live links. All you have to do is just hover over it and click on it for resources for you to do. And this is going when your schedule makes sense for you. We do iReady at our school. There's math and there's reading. If you go on to iReady and ask your students to do one math lesson and one reading lesson a day, it'll be amazing. It'll be great. You'll be accomplishing a lot. This is an amazing resource for our district. They have access to safe and accurate articles. So if you want them to research something, ask them what they're interested in, and let them take off. If your child likes dolphins, make this whole week about learning about dolphins, writing about dolphins, reading about dolphins. All this this free time is going to be a hidden blessing. We have some amazing resources for books. A lot of y'all may not have tons of books at home. Get Epic is this website that's like Netflix, except for it's filled with books. They can read the books themselves. There are books that read to them, and there's also audio books where you just press play and listen to like a longer book. This is an amazing resource, and here is, if it asks you for a class code, here's my code if you want to use that. Storyline Online, amazing. It's got famous actors reading stories with great fluency. You can see the pictures. There's another, goodness, I'm just going to scroll down because I'm not going to talk about all of these. Speaking of research, Wonderopolis is really cool. If you want to go on there, there's tons of facts, and just basically when kids say, I wonder if, they explore those and make a whole thing about it. Mr. Nussbaum is another site that has all of the academics and some fun stuff if you want to explore that. Story Starters is really cool, where they're writing their own story. Prodigy, Reflex Math is not on here, but you can just type that in. Khan Academy, if y'all are having to help your students with things that you're just like, I don't know how to do this, go to Khan Academy, type in that standard, that skill, that topic, whatever it is that you're supposed to be helping your child with. Khan Academy probably has a tutorial on it. It's very easy, very user-friendly. Also, we've got math apps, ELA apps, apps that span the whole genre of standards. I do want to point out here, Brain Pop, normally something that is paid, and they are offering free subscriptions right now to families. Brain Pop is amazing. It's another resource where you can just type in just about any topic and there's some kind of video lesson that goes with it. Okay, anyway, I wanted to point out that we also have our specific academic resources listed. You can go to the Wonders website. Your kids know how to do that. If you wanted to, learn about math, science, all these tabs have all of our resources that we would normally use. Okay, so another thing that some teachers are doing, we either have Google Classroom or we are creating Google Classroom. And so you might see a teacher post, hey, go visit my Google Classroom. And you're like, what? How do I get there? If you go and just type in, if you're on Chrome and you go and just type in Google, or open that up. If you click on this little waffle, one of the choices is Classroom. So if you click on that, that's where I'm at. And all of your children's classrooms that they've already joined will be right here. And you can see I only have one. This is my classroom. But let's say you go there and there's nothing there. You would go right here to this plus button to join a class. And there's a code that your teacher will give you, and you type that in there, and you automatically would be in the class. So what you would do is you click on whatever class that you're supposed to go to. Mine's going to look a little bit different because I'm the creator of this one, but here you can see my class code here. What you'll want to do, right now we're in something called the stream, and you can see everything I've ever posted, and it posts whatever I did the last is going to be up at the top. For me, it's easier if you click on classwork because your teacher probably has put things in topics. So right here I have a resource with our class website, and you can click on that. E-learning days, I just have a whole bunch of things that I have put on here that you can complete while we're away from each other until we have more structured details. Reading, social studies, grammar. I don't teach math and science, so you won't see that here. But basically, you would just hover over an assignment. Let's see. I'm going to go to this one. I survived the corona pandemic of 2020. And you'll see if there's a due date here. You'll see what the directions are that your teacher has given you. And then if there's any attachments or websites that you need to go to, they'll be underneath here. And so you can click on the attachments or click on view assignment. It's going to take you to the same place. And so when you click on the assignment, usually you'll be prompted to make a copy of something, or it will just take you straight there. And so one of the resources that I have available is the kids can just write their own experience about what's going on and make a book out of it, just like the I Survived books. And there's really cool prompts for them. If you want this resource, I can share it with you. All right, another thing, and the last thing that I wanted to share with you, if you are part of our Julia P group, we have an amazing Facebook PTO page, and people have been sharing all kinds of resources on it. Miss Hubbard has just come on and put on first grade news. I've seen several fifth grade teachers post. We have parents posting and teachers posting all kinds of resources, and you just have to scroll through again, this can be overwhelming or it can be helpful depending on how you look at it. There are tons of free things out there offered, and you just need to do what makes sense for you at this time. Anywho, those are the resources that I wanted to share with you, and if you have any questions, just email me or Facebook me, let me know. I'll be happy to point you in the right direction. Bye.